This is TWiT.
My pick of the week is one that I have been trying to solve for myself for quite some time. On this show, on MacBreak Weekly and on iOS Today, inevitably, there have been plenty of stories about people wearing their AirPods Pro at night and then waking up to either them chewing on their AirPods Pro, thinking it's a piece of candy, or having to go to the hospital because they've swallowed an AirPods Pro. And that is not fun. So I kind of started to side-eye my AirPods Pro whenever I would put them in at night because I like to listen to audiobooks to help me fall asleep. And so I have been looking for something that is a little safer and that I feel more comfortable about doing at night. And lo and behold, there's a company called AcousticSheep. Let me be clear, that's sheep, not sleep. AcousticSheep that makes some purpose-built headphones for sleep. So let me grab them here.
Oh, you have some nice.
Yeah, so I've been using these and I am quite impressed. So it comes in a little box with the device itself as well as a cable for charging. And there are two different types of headbands. There's a fleece one and one that is made of this like sweat wicking material. So if you're a hot sleeper like I am, then this will be helpful to sort of wick away sweat that you might have. Because I was kind of worried anytime something goes over my ears, like these headphones right now, immediately I get warmer. And part of that is because of the way that we remove heat from our bodies. A lot of the heat escapes through our head. That's why there are stocking caps and things that we wear in the winter, because the stocking cap helps hold in the heat that escapes through our head. Our ears, because they are thin and the capillaries are right near the edge of our ears, those are particularly areas that let go of the heat. So when you wear something over your ears, it traps that heat in there, which makes your head feel hotter, which makes your whole body feel hotter. And so I was worried wearing these over my ears, it was going to be an issue. Luckily, this is a moisture wicking, and I did not have the issue of feeling too warm. Now, I am a... Yes, Scooter X, exactly, like an elephant. I am a side sleeper, and so that's always been an issue for me, is that with AirPods Pro, I pop one in my ear when I lay on my side, and the other ear just doesn't have anything in it, because if I was to lay down with it in my ear, it would be very painful. And so inevitably I end up just having one, but then sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and want to switch sides. I always fall asleep on my left side. We've talked about the reasons for that before. If you have
I do too, baby.
Issues, yeah.
Every single night I think about
that. Then it's a great way to lay because of the way that our stomachs, I should say, typically the way that our stomachs are, it's helpful for that. Anyway, but I don't have acid reflux issues at night. And so I can lay on my right side as well. And sometimes I'll wake up and then roll over. And so then I have to go get the other AirPod, put it in, put the one that's in my ear into the case, and then fall back asleep. Not fun. But as a side sleeper, it's just kind of what I had to deal with. So with sleep headphones, the speakers themselves are made so that you can be a side sleeper. So I'm going to show you how this works. There's a little, they call it a hook and loop fastener up front. It's many other people would say Velcro, but that's a brand name. So the hook and loop fastener opens up, and inside is a little module. And I got to tell you folks, please appreciate this moment right now, because the one complaint I have about this, which is going to be the case for any sleep headphones, is that it is complicated as heck to get the thing back inside of the headband. So just so you know, I am sacrificing quite a bit right now to show you this. Because I took it out, obviously, when I first got it so that I could wash the headband, because it's machine washable. And obviously, I wasn't going to put it on my face without washing it. And so I pull this out, and you can see we've got this central module that has a battery inside and a little cord. And you'll notice that it's bendy, so that if it happens to be kind of placed in front of your head, it will fold kind of in the middle. And then two cords which run to the speakers that are also inside the band. So I'm trying to get in here so that I can get it out. And what I love is that they give you clear indicators of how these things are supposed to be placed in the instructions. And so these are separated between the right headphone, which has a little R on it. But on top of that, the right headphone has red stitching, red for right. And the left headphone, it's not purple for L for lavender. Sorry, it's green.
Lelo? I don't know.
It's Lelo. Yes. No, it's lean. It's green, which is the left headphone. So I'm trying to get that one out of there. And so now I've got the module here. So you can see that the two things are attached with a micro USB cable. The gray side, the gray felt goes on the inside, like towards your ear, and the white sort of rougher felt goes on the outside. So each of these are essentially placed inside of the headband over where your ears go. And then this main module has the battery that charges it, but it's also the Bluetooth module as well. So you unplug it and you plug in the charger. It says 5-volt, 1 amp, but I don't have any 5-volt, 1 amp chargers. So I just used a 5-volt, 2 amp charger, which is the standard old school iPhone charger, the little tiny brick, and that was fine. It's almost a cube. That charged it just fine. And the middle button, basically like almost any non-Apple Bluetooth headphones, you tap and hold it down until it makes a sound. In the speakers. Yeah. And then you find it in the Bluetooth settings and you connect it. These buttons work. So once you sort of get used to it, I had mine off to the side. I could feel those buttons and turn up or down the volume and then press the middle button to pause play as I wanted to. So there are some controls.
You can't raise your eyebrows and turn up the volume?
Yeah, no, sadly, no, you can't do that. But one of the things, my AirPods have been giving me lots of issues. And so I haven't been using them at night to sleep with because the right one is just basically, it's almost kaput. The howling and whistling and crackling is all very bad at this point. And so I've been using another pair of headphones. And the problem that I had with that other pair of headphones was that while they were comfortable, because it was just a little pop it in my ear thing, the lowest volume level was still way too loud for me at night. If I turned it down again, then it would completely turn off the audio. Mm-hmm. And so what I had to do was, because I only used one, I would go into the accessibility settings of my iPhone and I would pan the audio so that most of the audio output was going to the earbud that I wasn't wearing, which made it quieter in my in the one that I was wearing. So I turned it down as far as I could. And then I made adjustment about -50 panned to the other earbud. So that way it was quiet in my ear. But then I would have to remember to go back in the morning and turn it back to standard 00 so that when I was listening during the day, I didn't have that to worry about. And that was the thing about AirPods Pro, is that you can turn them down really far. And so it was easy to still be able to adjust it how I wanted. These, because they are made for sleeping, the lowest level is really quite good. And if you want to make it even quieter, you can just sort of raise the headband up a little bit so that it's not playing directly into your ears, it's sort of playing above your ears, or shift the little rectangles a little bit forward so that when they're placed against your head, they are kind of, right behind your temples instead of directly over your ear holes. And that was enough to make it quieter as I needed to. So making light adjustments to the positioning of these speakers was enough to make it exactly how I needed it. And then on top of that, it's super soft. And it is, like I said, I'm a side sleeper. I was able to lay down. I thought for sure, I was still skeptical. I thought I'm going to lay down on this and it's not going to be comfortable. And I'm going to be kind of bummed out because it won't work as I wanted to. I laid down on this. It didn't hurt my ear. It didn't hurt my head. I was able to sleep over the course of the night. And then it also had the added benefit of keeping like my hair out of my face because the top of it sort of went up here. And then the rest of it sort of went down over my ears. And so on top of being able to play sound into my ears, it also lightly muffled the sounds in the room too. So you get kind of both of those things at the same time, a little bit of reduction in the decibels of the room around you, and then whatever it is you want to listen to. So I am a super fan now of AcousticSheep's Sleep phones. The company makes several different kinds. Some are more expensive because they have like built-in sound effects that you can do. So if you just want to hear basically it's like it becomes a noise machine. But I don't want a noise machine. And the pair that I ended up with is $99.95 for these sleep headphones. And it's a Bluetooth like that. If there's one, what's the word I'm looking for? If there's one critique that I have, it is they are Bluetooth 4 instead of Bluetooth 5. I wish that it was the more modern Bluetooth, because I did at one point, I put them on while I was in my bathroom, brushing my teeth and getting ready to lay down. And the Bluetooth disconnected from my phone, was starting to disconnect from my phone, which was charging by my bedside. So even walking that short distance started to cause them to disconnect. So I wish that it was a more modern form of Bluetooth. That would also mean better battery life as well. But AcousticSheep sells just the module. If you go to, let's see, I'm trying to remember what the website is. Let's see here. AcousticSheep.com. And then tap on our products or click on our products and choose sleep phones. They sell the speaker and the module all by itself. There's an Effortless Module and a Bluetooth module. I don't know what let's see what the Effortless Module does. Oh,
so you can make your own fleece covering.
The Effortless Module is a way to use induction charging. So basically, you don't have to pull that module out and plug it in. You can just set it on the Effortless charger, and so then it's wireless charging. But anyway, all that aside, what I want is Bluetooth 5 as opposed to Bluetooth 4. And so I'm hoping that at some point the company comes out with a Bluetooth 4 version. And then if you are a glutton for punishment, you can get the telephones by SleepPhones, which give you the ability to, I believe, it's a Bluetooth transmitter that you plug into your television, and then you can connect it to your headphones. So if your television doesn't automatically connect to Bluetooth, then you can connect this that way.
That's kind of awesome.
Not disturb your partner while you're watching TV.
It makes sense. It's like if you're super fan of this thing, you're like, well, now I want to watch TV with this on too. So these are awesome. I feel like this is like the thing that when I was a kid, it's like, man, can you imagine if you had headphones that you could listen to while you sleep? And it's like, yeah, now you can get them. So
yes, you can.
Also, I was fully convinced that what you were going to tell me was that you opened up the module and soldered it so that you could turn the volume down, which wouldn't have all surprised me at all. So I was just waiting for it.
That's funny. No, luckily these got quiet enough, but if they didn't, I would have tried to do something to make that work better.
There's nothing that'll stop you.
You cannot get in my way. So this is, I'm very impressed with these AcousticSheep sleep headphones. I don't know why I didn't get a sheep when I got my AcousticSheep headphones. For people who are wondering what the heck he's talking about, the site had these adorable fleece sheep, stuffed sheep in the background. So I may have to reach out to support and say, how do I get one of those? Because I want to count the sheep. But yes, these AcousticSheep sleep phones are very cool. I've been very happy with them. And I love that they work very well for me. So yeah, if you're looking for a way to, as a side sleeper, a back sleeper, a front sleeper, and a round sleeper, these have my blessing as being a way to fall asleep. And also the box says that they've got an app, says sleep to free sleep phones and AcousticSheep soundscape apps. So you can find those as well and get those soundscapes if you'd rather just listen to those. And so now after the show is over, again, my two complaints, not Bluetooth 5 and also kind of difficult to get them back into the headphones. But that second complaint is very whiny because you don't want them to be able to sort of fall out easy. And you also don't want them to shift every time you just pull it out to charge. So yeah, again, that's more of a silly complaint of mine. Also, it appears that I've been wearing them backward. Apparently they want the larger part in the back of your head, or they suggest the larger part go in the back of your head. I was doing the larger part in the front of my head because I thought, oh, you want to look cute with the logo on display while you're asleep. So I will have to make an adjustment there. But in any case, even when I was wearing them the wrong way, they were comfortable.